Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609, and I'm just leaving. You might be able to read it here. I'll turn around this way. It says Westlake Dermatology. I'm leaving there. I just had my dermatology appointment with Dr. Lankaroni from Persia. Actually, that's Iraq, I think, or Iran. I'm not sure which. But yeah, I got a clean bill of health. I'm always concerned about that because you don't want to get the big M, the melanoma stuff. And so I get my skin checked once a year. That's the only doctor appointment I have annually on a regular basis, and I'm glad that I'm able to do that. Don't take any medication, and I hope I never have to. But having said that, guys, it is a nice day. This is Marble Falls, Texas I'm in. If I can ever turn here, we'll go back to my casa. Also, something else I'll mention is I returned this morning my LG TV and my Google Chromecast device. Why did you do that, Rusty? I thought you really wanted that. Well, I really thought I did, but what I found was, for some reason, I got used to that little 7-inch screen on my Google Home device that has a 7-inch screen, and I can watch videos and all kind of stuff on it, and there are some things that I cannot read if there's something printed on there, but that's the way that goes. I'll just have to go without that. But I like my little Nest, my casita, and I like that little thing, the little Google Home device with that small screen. The TV was overpowering. I mean, it was just, this morning I got up, I thought, man, do I want this thing? And the answer came up, no. But anyway, that's the way I am. I do things. I pick something out and think I need it, want it, and got it nailed, and get it all set up, and then a week later or two, I change my mind. Is that bad? No, it's just the way I am. You know, I mean, once I get going polishing something, if it doesn't fit in, it's out. And another thing I thought about with the TV, whenever I travel, I got to put it somewhere. Well, there's no real place to put it other than on the bed, and there's not a lot of space on there. Well, I don't put much on the bed, but anyway, it's gone. That's the end of that. The good news is, thank goodness, Pat. The dermatologist gave me a super look over, and she's really good. She's really friendly. She's attractive too, which doesn't hurt anything. And yeah, she's upbeat. You know what I mean? She laughs. She's fun, and that's the kind of doctors I like. So I seek them out whenever I need one, and I sought her out. But having said that, here we go through downtown Marble Falls, Texas. And everybody's stopping at a green light. And why is that? Because there's a lot of traffic. This is Highway 281, goes north and south in this part of Texas, and a lot of people will use this instead of Interstate 35, which is about 30 miles off to the east. But we're headed now back to Kingsland, Texas, where I will go and get check the mail. I know this is really a big video, and I mean, this is one of my biggies. I hope the camera's set reasonably close to correct. Gasoline prices here are about $2.25 a gallon for regular unleaded. Not bad. Temperature right now shows to be 83. It's going to be a little warmer today and tomorrow because there's a cool front coming down from the north, and every time that happens, we warm up a little in advance of the cool front. But on Friday, the high is supposed to be in the middle 60s, the low is going to be in the 40s, supposed to be rainy actually, and we could use some rain. So again, I know this is a very interesting video and another one of my viral videos. I can't help it, guys. That's all I can do is produce viral videos. Something else I'll touch on for those of you that are interested in RVs and are thinking about maybe purchasing an RV in the near future is, you know, I've had several different RVs, mostly travel, in fact, all travel trailers. I had one fifth wheel, a 32 footer, which I didn't like at all. But anyway, because the bedroom was, you couldn't stand up straight. You could get on up and out of bed, and then you had to go down the little steps to stand up. But having said that, you know, I've had different sizes. Again, I'm 74, and you know, I'm one person, no dogs, no chickens, no partners or whatever, no girls and stuff. So for me, the Casita 17-footer just works very, very well. It's well built, and I mean, it's just like a nest to me. And what I really love about it, it has a lot of windows, so when I'm laying in bed, reading a book or doing something on the computer, I can look out, and if it's raining, it's really nice. You know, and on a cold day, I can turn on my little Pelonis heater on low and heat the whole thing comfortably. So yeah, all of that is a big plus for me. For other people, it may not work at all. Everybody's a different page in a book. And so here we go, guys. At this, I love red lights. You know, this is what I call heavy traffic. Now I know you guys in larger cities in California, Dallas, Houston, etc., think this would be a vacation. Something else I'll touch on, since this is a potpourri video, I'll just talk about everything that pops into my head, and my head's like a popcorn machine. I'm impressed with Amazon. I'm an Amazon Prime person, and like I got that TV and the Chromecast thing, decided I didn't want it. You know, once you go to that, of course I've had them both those items less than a month. I've had them 3 weeks, so I'm still well within that return window. But yeah, I just go to the return window, or return deal, and give them a reason, which was true. The thing did not have very good volume. It really didn't. Picture was good and other stuff. The Chromecast worked okay, and I even mentioned that. But I didn't need it because the TV didn't work. So, but whenever you take your item, your product, and drop it off at wherever, UPS, FedEx, however they send it, usually it's UPS, once they get, and you see that yellow light, I'm not running a red light. It's still yellow as I went all the way through the intersection, so we're good on that. And I'm only going 40 miles an hour, even though it looks like I'm going 70. But anyway, once you drop the product off at the shipping point and get your confirmation, within an hour you'll get, or I do, I don't know how it works for you, but I'll get a confirmation from Amazon that the refund has already been issued. I mean, they don't screw around. They don't get that. You don't have to wait 2 weeks for a refund from Amazon. It ain't going to happen. They take care of their customers. And Jeff Bezos, the speed of the engine is the speed of the caboose. You know, that's one of his claims to fame, is he is very, very, very customer oriented. What else is going on in the universe? I've been watching a lot of stuff about artificial intelligence and stuff, and what I've come to the conclusion on that is that, it is coming, there's no doubt, because, they're working on it, and they'll continue to work on these algorithms to basically reproduce the human brain and or reinvent the human brain. And they'll get there. It may not be this year, next year, or 10 years, but sooner or later it's coming. So that's all I've gleaned from watching a lot of that. And as far as another one that I keep up with occasionally is like going to Mars. I think we're a pretty good ways from that. I think our first step is going to be a colony, or colonize the moon. It's 250,000 miles, which we can get to in a few days, as opposed to Mars, which is a few months. And there's a lot of radiation, etc. But be that as it may, it's all coming. We're going to see some really significant changes in the next few years. One of the big changes too coming, for all you people that are keeping up with electric cars, battery technology is improving at light speed. I mean, it's amazing. Tesla is going to come out with one 500 miles, etc., and recharges quick. So all this technology is changing. The price of the batteries is coming down. Price of the electric cars will come down accordingly. And yeah, it's going to be a whole new way to get around. Would I buy an all electric car? Sure. I mean, you can't tow. You could tow a Casita with a Model S Tesla, but you couldn't tow. No, is that right? Which one's the new one? The one that's new, the cheaper one, the $40,000 one, even though that's not cheap. You can't tow it much with it. I think it's got like a 1,000-pound towing capacity or whatever. Even though they say you could tow more, I wouldn't want to do that. But the more expensive model Tesla, you can tow up to 5,000 pounds. which would work great. I don't know how your mileage or what it would do to your range. Obviously, it'll decrease it, but whether it be by half or what, I don't know. But it's interesting. All these changes are coming, and all that's good news, guys. I mean, that's good news, good news, good news. You know, all these negative Neds and negative Nancys, they're going to be pushed way out the side. In fact, I was talking to the dermatologist this morning, and she knows and admits that it's just a matter of time till she could be replaced, and a large part of the medical profession be replaced by artificial intelligence or learning algorithms, neural networks. But what I pointed out to her, I said, you know, make a friend of it. You know, don't fight that change, because I think it's to the doctor's advantage to have all the tools at their disposal that they can. In other words, if they use an AI system to, say for example, read x-rays, then they still are to kind of check them out themselves, because the x-ray is maybe looking for a certain, pinpoint a certain item, but the doctor might look and say, well, there's something beginning over here. You see what I mean? And the same way with an MRI. The doctor still needs to check that stuff out, because in addition to what they were looking for, there could be other things. So having said that, is this a potpourri of stuff? Yeah, it is. I'm just having fun. I mean, got to talk to somebody. Might as well be you. This is Granite Shoals. I don't know what the population of Granite Shoals is. Probably 6,000. It's a pretty big little community. There's not much here. There's no grocery store. They got a couple of gas stations and stuff. Gasoline here is $2.34. It's always more expensive here than it is in Marble Falls. And the same way in Kingsland, where I live. But anyway, guys, we're just driving. It's a nice day. I got a good report from the doctor, so naturally I feel good about that. I'm always relieved to go in, because she does a thorough check. I mean, she really takes her time and looks at all those little keratosis, because I have a lot of those on my back, and those are nothing. Those are like what I call barnacles. No problem with those. And most people have them, like old age spots or whatever you want to call them. But no, as far as the rest of my skin, it's just old. That's all. It's 74 years old, and it's getting a little thin, which is perfectly normal. But there are a lot of things that doctors point out to people are just perfectly normal as we grow older. You just have to be aware of them, and you have to be, you have to read and, keep up to date. And there's nothing wrong with reading, guys. Even though I don't read the instruction manual sometimes, as a lot of people pointed out when I was talking about the heater. I don't even know if I had an instruction manual. I think I got that. No, I bought it new. I did. I bought it new. I didn't buy it used. I didn't. So I had an instruction. I may still have the instruction manual for that matter, because I do have, and this is a good file for you to set up in your file drawer. So set you up a file for receipts and warranties, because if you keep those, sometimes they can pay off. Save you some money when a product, all of a sudden it's not working. Let me turn the camera off to the right a little bit. You won't have to look at that truck in front of me so much. What else? Anyway, we're just cruising here. I'll just let this go and let you guys enjoy the view. It's a nice drive here in Let me get around this turkey here. We're going to pass a car, guys. Fasten your seatbelts. This happens very rarely. Actually, it's not a car. It's a truck. It's an LCRA. Oh, excuse me. It's Pedernales Electric. P-E-D-E-R, Pedernales Electric, out of Johnson City, Texas. It's a co-op. Right now, I know it looks like I'm going 1,000 miles an hour, but I'm really going 58. Video always makes it look faster. So on and on we go, guys. I'm thinking about maybe taking a trip. I'm not sure where. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to get rid of that TV. I just don't want to fool with it. I don't want to fool with putting it up, taking it down, putting it up, taking it down. No, the way I've got my RV set up right now, if I get ready to go 10 minutes inside, 10 minutes outside, boom, I'm on the road. I like that. I like it a lot. Where am I going? I don't know. I may not go anywhere. I'm just thinking about it. Because it's all a function of, weather, and I'm going to pass another car, guys. I'm really showing off today. Now I'm all the way up to 62. Yeah, we're breaking the sound barrier for me. Am I in a hurry? No. I just don't want to be waiting on somebody, I guess. But anyway, what else? Anyway. My favorite word, anyway. Somebody pointed out several videos ago in a comment that I sure use the word anyway a lot. Well, I do, and that's just the way I am. So just deal with it. It ain't that bad. Anyway is an interesting word. It gives you a good way to change gears. You know, you can be talking about the moon and say, well, anyway, Mars is also anyway, but anyway. So, something else I was going to mention. Whenever you return something, see there, this is how this video is going. It's going everywhere. With Amazon, it's nothing, man. You get that deal, you get your email, and they got two ways. You can go to a drop-off that you use that little thing that you scan with your phone, or you can print out. I don't have a printer, but I go to the place in Kingsland, and they have a printer at that drop-off there, and I just forward the email to them, and then they print it out and do it. Yeah, I had to pay $10 for a box for the TV because I didn't have one. And they're pretty nice about that. They've always been nice, so it didn't bother me to pay them $10 at all, because many times I've gone in there and they've done stuff and didn't charge me. Typical small business. Central Texas, USA, October the 9th, I think, 2019, at about 11:16 a.m. You need to know that. And we're clipping along here at 56 miles an hour, and I know it looks like we're going light speed. That's a neat subdivision straight ahead of us. Bump up railroad tracks. Those railroad tracks are not used. They've just been there for years. Well, did the railroad come and take them out? I have no clue. I don't think they do that. Because I know there's ranchers out here that have railroad tracks going across their property that haven't been used in 50 years. Kingsland, Texas, the big city of. We're going to go check the mail. Big day for me. Yeah, I'll post this video first. Well, let's see. No, I've got another RV video, so I'll post it first, I guess. Once I get through with the RVs, and I've already got through with the tiny homes, then things are going to flatten out for a while. Why? Because that's the way it is. But I'm doing all right. We are now in Kingsland, the unincorporated community. I'll end the video pretty quick here, but anyway, guys, from Rusty 78609, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want anytime, but if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? Because I get a small commission. Doesn't cost you 1 penny if you choose to use it. Some of you are, some of you have. I thank you for that very much. Drink plenty of water. Take deep breaths. Why? Well, taking deep breaths, breathe in deep and breathe out slowly, relieves stress, which lowers your blood pressure. Drinking water will fill you up and keep you from eating so much, and then stretch, exercise your body so you'll live healthier a little longer. And stand guard at the door of your mind. Don't let Negative Nancy or Negative Ned get inside of your head. It's yours. We're fixing to cross the Colorado River, and now we'll be in Llano County. So having said that, guys, accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, enjoy your life. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye.